Hi, my name is Anthony. I'll be answering your question today. So you have this question about an alien on a distant planet who realizes that using trigonometry and the distance from one of its moons, it's possible to calculate the distance to a nearby sun. So they give some names here. O is the center of the planet, A is the center of the moon, and then during a half moon, so when we have a right angle, right, between the as an angle between the moon and the sun, right, with the planet as the vertex, right, with the point where for which forms the angle, right. We can use trigonometry to get a very easy answer for roughly how far away the sun is, right? So what we're going to do here first is we're going to first notice that we have an angle, and they didn't really give us an information. So observing the angle between the sun, that doesn't really tell us which angle it is, but it would be clever to know that a sun is typically very, very far away from a planet, and a moon is usually very, very close. So the angle should really be between. This angle should be between should have the moon as the vertex, right? Not really the sun, because it wouldn't make sense, really. In that kind of scenario, your planet would be like right on top of your sun, and then your moon would be really, really far away, and that really wouldn't make any sense. In that kind of situation, your planet would fall into the sun, and you're crispy and not really a good time. So let's focus on this question, though, right? So now that we can figure out where that is, right, then we also know that this distance, well, that's an easy one, right? We can put that as AO, right? And now we just need to know, what are we looking for? We're looking for the distance from the planet to the sun. So we're looking for SO, right? And I made the center of the sun S in this case because there wasn't a letter for it, but we should always name our vertices when we're talking about triangles and trigonometry, right? So now we're looking for SO. So now we have to use the standard trigonometric functions. We have SO, ka, toa, right? Toa. And in this case, we're looking at, well, we have one of the adjacent sides and another one of the, and then we have a, we don't want the hypotenuse, we want the opposite side. So if we have the adjacent side and we're looking for the opposite side, then we're going to have to use TOA or tan, right? So now we have to set this up. So tan of this amount, right, of 89.45 degrees, 45 degrees, right, is going to be equal to the opposite over the adjacent. So in this case, the opposite is our unknown. We'll just call that x in this case, right? And then over the adjacent, which is what we know. And we'll call that, so that's 157,000 kilometers. 157,000 km. So in this case, all we have to do is multiply these two, right? And that'll remove this, and then we'll get what x is, right? So let's figure out what this is, right? We're gonna, here, I'll even do that. We'll move this over here, right? And then move this right here. Right? Times tan equals. You know what? X is a really bad symbol to use, right? Because in this kind of case, we're using x as our variable. So we'll use a little dot here, right, to talk about multiplication. Okay. So now finally, from here, what we're going to do is we're going to just punch this stuff into a calculator. Just give me a second. So I just did 157 times tan of 89.45, and that's not supposed to be radians. It's supposed to be degrees. So let's see what that actually is. Ooh, that's a very big number here. All right, let's see what we got. So I'm going to copy this in, right? And then I'm just going to paste it here. And that's the number we're getting, but this is in terms of thousands of kilometers. So now we have to do to the nearest 1,000 kilometers, right? So, okay. So we just have to round to the nearest thousands of kilometers, right? In this case, this is going to round up to 55. And then we can just erase all that, right? Why is the font different? Whatever. 16355. 16355. 1,000 kilometers, right? So let's see how much that is. Ooh, that's a lot, actually. 16,355,000 kilometers is your answer. I hope you understood what we were talking about, and I hope that this was insightful for you. And have a great day.